course, Dennis Priestley, and has won 4 out of the last 5 legs to lead Alan Tabern 6-4 in the race to 16.
Yes, dour character, Dennis. We don't have to repeat what a great player he is, has been and still is. Almost in a way over the last 15-20 years. 1991 he won his first world title. 45. I suppose you could say that's when his professional career really kicked off. Went to Frimley Green as a 66-1 outsider on that occasion.
James Way, the defending world match play champion, against the outsider Matt Clark. That is coming up later on this afternoon. And later tonight, Dave Clark mentioned at the top of the programme, we've got the top 3 in the world. Wade's number 3, Barney is number 2, and a certain Philip Douglas Taylor is number 1 in the world. How many times have we said that over the last 15 years?
Playing against a youngster who's impressing everybody here at Blackpool.
Priestley, it appears, is taking a firm grip on this quarter-final. We say Tabern just seems to have lost concentration over the last 4 or 5 legs. Priestley's average now nudging 100, Tabern's has dropped to 95. And from here, it should really be 7-4. Dennis will have to throw better darts than those last 2.
Yes, that's right. And I was saying, I think he's almost in a way had 2 careers. It started in the early 90s. Certainly wasn't a 66-1 outsider when he won the world title in 94 at Purfleet. And there's not been that price since in any competition. But he did drop down the rankings considerably and really pulled himself together and almost reinvented himself in a way. Certainly gave his career another kickstart, and now he is one of the top players in the world again. Now then, double 18, this will be a cracker. He's had a 111, he's had a 100, he ain't going to get a 110. Not this leg anyway.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's going to get another chance to make it 7-4. Tabern needs to 55. Find something from somewhere and soon, otherwise Priestley will run away with this.
Now 1 for double 4. Double 4. Well, there's an outside chance for Tabern. 141. And they'll be in 7th heaven if he were to get this, I'll tell you.
Never looked likely though.
No.
The way he's been playing over the last 20 minutes or so.
So, double 2, knowing that he probably can't afford to miss this time. Tabern, of course, hitting the ball when he wanted the 25. That sometimes happens, of course. But it's academic as Priestley goes 7-4 ahead. He's now won 4 legs in a row, 5 out of the last 6. How important it is now, Stuart. And he's, well, beginning to feel it a bit, is the 58-year-old. Puffing and blowing now in the background, trying to retain as much energy as possible.
Alan Tabern's daughter will be as worried as Dad, because Tabern's average has dropped a full 7 points since that first session of the game. No spark for the Saint. 60 followed by 60. In the quarter-final of a major, not good enough. Priestley gets another break here. Not much to separate them in the double stakes, but Tabern hasn't had a dart at a double, I don't think, since the 7th leg.
Well, the 14 and the 8. distinctly separate, and tells you Priestley's been down to the double more than Tabern, of course. You'd rather have 7 out of 14 than 4 out of 8 any day, wouldn't you? He needs this one, does the Saint. And there's a certain St Helens against a team from Yorkshire in another competition coming up, a pretty important game. No doubt Mr. Pike will be hoping that it's rather different to the way this one's going right now.
Tabern may get his wish to go to that St Helens Leys Challenge Cup semi-final on Saturday. If he carries on playing like this, he'll be disappointed. He started so well. Just doesn't seem anything in the tank at the moment.
No, there isn't. I mean, his average has dropped from 103 to 93. And you've got to be throwing around 82, 83 average for that to happen over the period of time that it's taken it to drop. Priestley hasn't performed quite as highly. He's 95 his average, which is very good, of course. But both of you will remember were just over 3 figures at one stage. Well, if a miracle's needed, surely the Saint can provide one. We've not reached the stage yet where he needs a miracle, but he certainly needs to tidy up his game considerably. And it's getting onto his mind. That's the thing now, Stuart, isn't it? It becomes a problem in the head as well as a problem with the arm.
It's becoming critical for Tabern, but Priestley just motors relentlessly on. It looks like being another break of throw and a 5th consecutive leg. Priestley looking menacing.
Yes, and of course Priestley's professional enough. He's been on the stage long enough over the years to sense when his opponent's struggling, and that's when you got to hit him. That's when you got to hit him. Old Brissy used to, and all the great players of the past, and of course the great players of today. If they sense their foe is weak in any way, punch!
Well, perhaps this is the moment to spark Alan Tabern back into life. This is just to hold on to his throw. That's a great first dart, double 10. Possibly the most important dart he's thrown of this quarter-final. He stops the rot. It's 7-5. He's back in it.